to separate you from your nest. Oops, give him a bump on his head. Sorry if those scissors are a bit close to you, they are quite big, but I just find them so much easier to cut out with than the little ones are good for, you know, little intricate butterfly wings and things like that, but for fussy cutting at a fairly decent pace and for getting rid of a lot of the spare page at once, I much prefer these ginormous ones. Okay, are you too big? If you're going to be on, you need to be more down there. I don't dislike him. Maybe the yellow plant can be growing there. I think I'll ink him, but I like it, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? It doesn't matter what other people think to your crafting. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if you like it, other crafters will too, but that's something I've learnt. Don't try to think about whether other people would like what you're doing. Just decide if you like it. Yeah, we're not inking that one. And I do like him on there, so that's where he's going. Have I got some more paper for gluing on? So I'm not going to try and mass make and get loads of these pieces done on camera. I'm going to really enjoy the process, enjoy what I'm making, and some of them we'll do on camera with you, and 1 or 2 I'll probably sit and just, you know, if it's late at night or something like that, it's just not possible to film. Oh, you're going behind him, aren't you? Silly. You know, and everything can't wait to be filmed. Sometimes I have to just get on with it. It's a shame. I know it'd be nice to film it all, but I'd never get any crafting done. The filming process is quite a long, drawn out process, as most of you that produce YouTube channels know. Everything stops for it, and then your phone's tied up uploading it, etc. So yeah, I'll do a lot with you, but there will be a few that I do off camera. Right, now he's going to look different again, stitched round and with a tab on. I stuck myself to the gluey paper, that's not nice. Right, is that yellow flower where I would like it? Yes. Yeah, that's nice. And then when you pull it out, there's even more to see. So it will have a tab on the side and it will be stitched round. Well, it needs backing, doesn't it, first? And it's fairly thickish paper, so I'm just going to back it in some digital, probably. It's not the right colour, not the right colour at all. Is there any more of on that Artie Maze that I could... It's right honourable. It's a scrap because I printed on it upside down the other way around. I wonder if I could stick it on that bit there. Right honourable, that's a good word for you this morning. Oh, I'm playing silly games with you. I'll glue the back of this. So I've tweaked my back over the last, well, I wasn't say weekend, but the weekend starts today. Tweaked it yesterday, and it's not too bad when I'm moving around, but when I sit and do nothing like this, and I've been sitting a while, it's stiffening up and giving me a bit of pain. It's so annoying when you want to get on and craft. So yesterday when I wanted to do all sorts, I just couldn't. Old age, I suppose. Never mind, it could be worse. There are people out there in a lot worse states than a bad back. Mustn't complain. And if you hear me moaning and groaning as I'm moving, that's what it is. It's my back stiffening and giving me some... Right, I won't cut it too close until it's dry. You can see that corner needs a bit of glue on it there. The whole place, the whole line does. Ew. Of course, I need to have done that because the stitching will be right on the edge. We'll hold it down, pushing a leaf about there. Yes. Yeah, so I'll probably stitch it first and then trim it down. I don't want a really thick bulky tab in there, so I might just use another piece of Edith Holden to cut a tab out of. But it probably needs to go on before it's stitched, doesn't it? Yeah. We'll just let it dry a little bit, stop messing with it. Get rid of all that. And where did the little tag go out of there? Did you see? Have I buried it? Have I lost it? I've lost it. I really have. That's the one we just made. Oh dear. Oh, it's here. Here they are. So these are the ones that are waiting for things on. I don't know if a big one will go in there. It will hide the... yeah, it just hides everything. It will go, but... if that one goes in the front one... Actually, that's big. We probably want a much smaller one going the other way, don't we? And this one wants an embellishment on it, a picture on it. What shall we do for a smaller one? I'm wondering about the bird's nest to keep the bird. No, wrong way. Let's have a look through for something for the smallish tag. So that's a piece that's cut up that could be used. I really want a short, fat one, I'm feeling. I won't know for sure. Look at that squirrel. Isn't he beautiful? I won't know for sure until I see it. Quite like this. You see, quite like that piece there. But that's going to be too wide. What about that little violety one? Yeah, that might make a nice little tag. Let's go with that. Let's chop it up and see. That violet colour will be nice with the brown stitching around it as well. Thinking if I cut it there, I might be able to fussy cut that little bit that's above it. That small flower, yeah, that's going to fussy cut into something nice. I don't know how straight I've done that top. Under there. Losing everything this morning. So is it smaller than that one? No, but I think those words need to come off the bottom, which will make it smaller. Just leave a line of... oh, excuse me. Just leave a line of text and make it smaller that way a little. Yeah, that's going to be better when it's got the... does it want to be thinner yet? I'll just take that odd leaf off the side. Oh, it's going to be titchy. Yeah. I keep saying yes and then altering what I'm doing, don't I? Oh, he's only going to need a tiny piece off the corner because I don't want to lose that flower. That's tiny for my big fingers. Yeah, that's going to be a sweet little tag when it's stitched round. And I don't know that it's going to need anything. I'm not going to put anything on it, I'm just going to back it and leave it to be stitched. Oh, that wants something on it. That's too big. Let's put him over there a minute to dry with him and him and him. So we want something on that. I want some backing on this. Is there any of that arty men? That piece there might be nice. Yeah, so this corner here. Oh, hair's tickling my eyes. So guys, remember to keep talking to me in the comments. What are you up to? Are you going to be following the Edith Holden? Are you following the file folder, folio make and using something else? I'd be really interested to see actually if you're using, I know somebody commented in my, I think it was Mary, but I might be wrong, sorry if it was not, commented on my one of mine saying that she was doing it but with some other botanicals. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That will be nice. And is there anybody doing it with something completely different, not botanicals? Can't wait to see everybody's, and the Edith Holden ones as well, because even though we're all using the same book, everybody's is going to be different. Really excited to see them all. Yeah, we can write on that, and it's pretty as well. Okay, so don't cut it too close until it dries a bit, and I'm not going to put anything on there, so we'll just leave that one. Might have a tiny piece of the tab on it. We'll just let it dry and then we'll decide. Right, what do we want to know? None of those. Where's the box with everything in? What else have we got? Don't know why I keep putting those bases back in. I have to keep dragging them out every time. Too big. Yeah, too big. Or a bit fine. That's out of the nature diary. I do love the daisies. Not sure about with the green behind it, but I do like them. Wonder if we could make them work. Oh, we've got these little Fair Maids of February that I could cut out. You can see the difference in the colour in the page from the nature notes to the Edith Holden actual original book, I should say. I like that cherry blossom as well, but that's nice. I think it's cherry blossom. Yeah, ever so slightly, I think. Well, it would go on if I stuck it over the stitching. Leaving quite a gap up there, isn't it? No. Which one did I say I liked? I like the daisy. Let's see if we can make the daisy fit before we dig loads out. I think the green goes with that as well. Oh, so this is from the nature notes, but there's not so much of the yellow showing. I think if I perhaps just cut that leaf and that little bit of root around there, and maybe cut it out a little bit more finely. Some of when I was cutting them, I didn't cut them too fine because they get all caught up. You can see that is getting bent, and they look quite nice with the yellow background on them anyway. But you can always, like I'm doing now, cut them further when you're about to actually use them. It just keeps them a little bit more sturdy. Can't see where I'm cutting now. I might have cut a leaf off there, but it's very forgiving if you do. Oops. Pull it on my glue again. Am I still in frame for you? And perhaps this one here needs to come off, I think. So when you find something you really like, you can cut it down and make it fit. It hasn't got to be the, yeah. I'm wondering whether to ink it with it being the paler. I'll try a little bit and see. I don't want to really darken it, but it helps with your cutting a bit as well. Oops, that was quite a piece there. Obviously I didn't cut really fussy around the daisy head. I don't think I'd ever have achieved that so fine. But maybe a bit of this will help it. Yeah, it's definitely help that flower just stand out that little bit. And maybe sort of cut some more out of there, but No, I think that's standing out okay. Let's not make the job any harder than we need to. Yeah, does need a little bit of something up there, perhaps a label. I wonder if a number or a label. I don't want to start with the butterflies just yet until I see what we're putting on the... It only needs a real tiny one though. Till we see what we're putting on the folio. Ooh, that's tiny, but it's the wrong colour. They'll have dropped to the bottom, won't they, with the titches. No, even that's too big. It needs to be really tiny. That's nice, I'd rather it would be brown. Oh, about a big small piece of red, just, yeah. You can see I don't know if you can see on the camera or not, but there's a very tiny tip of red tinge on the edge of those daisy petals. So I think that one, just making it look like the number of the specimen, will just do the job. And again, really tiny amount of ink, just to get rid of any white that I might have left. Yeah, I'll put that down first before I lose it. And now the daisy. Oops. Thought I'd pulled a flower head off then. I mean, we could have stuck it down if I had, but it's much easier like this. Oh, a bit too far over. Yeah, I quite like the other plant growing behind it as well. It gives it a little bit of depth. And to be honest, I even quite like the spare space. Normally if I was making tags, I would not like the fact that there was big gaps of just plain paper under there. But I'm just loving this book and this paper so much. I think I'm just going to take off those very tiny pointy edges there. Sometimes they stick in things when you've got a little tiny tab. Yes, I like that. Let's give it a slightly different shape, ever so slightly. Okay, let's trim this one down now. Obviously I can't sew this one on camera because my sewing machine is not here on the table, and right now at this minute, nor could I carry it over. I can't move it, it's far too heavy for my saw back. But you have to imagine, well, I mean, I'll show you it, but for now you'll have to imagine what it would look like with the stitching around it. It'll look more like a matching pair, won't it, when the other one's on it? And I'll probably cut the corners again, but I'll wait till I've stitched it. This is my tab, isn't it? Yeah. My tag. I don't know why I talk so bizarrely when I'm filming. I get the beginning of the word and then I just make the end up as I go along. It often bears no resemblance to the word I was meaning to say. Get rid of those bits or they end up sticking to everything. Yeah, so that'll be stitched around, that'll be stitched around, and that's going to have a tab down the side of the tag. No, it's not a tag, it's a journal card. Okay, so that will be in there. We have a lovely tab sticking out. That one will be in the back there. I quite like the daisies with the whatever those yellow flowers are. I've got to find the front one. Yep, a minute. And that one will be in there. I don't know if we want a piece of lace. Yeah, it might be nice actually to have a piece of this doily lace down there, excuse me, but we'll wait and see where it's going. Okay, so when I've sewn round that, I will put the picture of it on the thumbnail of the video, so you'll see it finished before you see it made. So that's it for today's video. Thanks ever so much for sticking with me while I make my bits and pieces. Like I say, the next video you'll see hopefully will be a sort it out Saturday, when we get deep into the junk that I've got lying around. So it's been lovely to spend time with you. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Remember, chat in the comments, I'd love to. Subscribe if you haven't, that would be even better. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a brilliant day, everybody. Bye bye.